Hello, this is your year, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Rising, an extremely important year for you. The eclipses will be in your sign, and the opposite, and Cancer too, and the Saturn, Pluto in Capricorn. So if you have not made some significant changes in your life already, this is a year where you can do that. So the year begins with 6 days into the new year. We have the solar eclipse in Capricorn, 15 degrees of Capricorn. It's a very powerful day as Uranus will be moving direct. It moves direct in Aries, 2 months. And in 2 months, it goes into Taurus March 6th. But for 2 months, all of these planets are moving direct, which means nothing can hold us back. So much, we can take on so much. And of course, the Capricorn eclipse, new moon, this is a time where it is about paving the path. You can make changes along the way, but at least have some sort of like, what is it? Here are my ideas. Here's my concept. And also this eclipse is very powerful because it is the day that Venus is at her greatest elongation, which means she's the farthest away from the sun and very visible in the sky, the morning sky. She's a morning star, which is about being able to, Venus, what we love, what we want, what we value. Morning star energy is about being active towards getting that, moving towards that. We do have a lunar eclipse on the 21st of January, and it's in Leo. It's also a super full moon. So that lunar eclipse in Leo vibrates with what's called your solar 8th house. So that's where the eclipses have been for the last couple of 18 months. And activating, it's the money houses, yes, but it's also been activating you being able to use and develop your own talents and to be able to connect with other people and be able to see what works, where you can work with other people, where you can have these joint enterprises. Now, the Mercury retrogrades this year will all be in water signs. The July one, it starts in Leo. It's a little fire, getting some inspiration, fun fire, and then bringing it back into the water signs. The Mercury, remember, is the messenger. Ideas, concepts, learning, aha moments. Mercury was the messenger of the gods, so it's about going up to the collective unconscious, seeking wisdom. And then also it goes to the underworld, our subconscious, and then brings it up to the earth element, the world that we're living in. And it's happening in that part of your charts that have to do with people and communicating with people. So the first one is all about communication in your third house and learning. What else can I learn? And some of the learning can be very intuitive that comes up, just this intuitive energy. And then learning and knowledge with who your partners in life, who are the partners in life. And then being able to share that knowledge and learning and knowledge with groups that you have, your friendships. So the other main huge vibration this year is a duality that's going on between these two planets in Capricorn, your sign, Saturn and Pluto, which is pragmatic and practical. It is what it is. This is what needs to be done in order to take care of that. And Jupiter and Neptune. So Saturn's in its rulership, very strong. Jupiter's in Sagittarius in its rulership, very strong. Neptune is in its rulership in Pisces, very strong. But Neptune and Jupiter will be square each other. So they are the only planets that have an exact mathematical angle, aspect. And they are happening between your solar 12th house of intuition and the collective unconscious, the side of ourselves that we don't always see, the house of retreat, spiritual longing. The 12th house can also be the house where we are, the side of ourself is hidden from us. And then the third house, of course, is the communication house, short travels, learning. So there's something about, and these two planets, they do not care about practicality. They want inspiration. They want not to be limited. Do not be limited. Jupiter in the 12th house can be protection from the other side. That's how because Jupiter, wherever Jupiter is, there's an opportunity. And Jupiter is the protectant. What's the 12th house? It's the collective unconscious. It is the other side. Your angels, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, that spark of wisdom. So this is a year where you can really get in touch with that. It might grate against that practical no nonsense, but hey, if it's there for you to help you, why not? And that can be, there's that logical mind that the world says 1 + 1 is 2. And then there's this whole other side of the universe. And this year, there's something about learning about the whole other side of the universe for you that has to do with the spark of intuition, of things that people don't always understand or don't always believe. But somewhere, even though if it doesn't make logical sense, it has meaning. There's something about having meaning and developing meaning in your world that isn't always rational. And being able to put that into your practical life in order to create more of what it is that you want to have and what you want to create. Now, July is when the lunar eclipse in Capricorn happens, July 16th. It's very strong. It's with, it's called the node of Saturn. So it's this very strong energy that happens with that full moon lunar eclipse. And that can be a realization point that you have between connecting with others and connecting with yourself, and are things in balance between your obligations with others and the obligations to yourself. And the solar eclipse on July 2nd is, well, that's a really nice energy because it's with Jupiter, heliocentric node of Jupiter. And that can bring a partner in your life or a person in your life, a friend in your life that can be very positive in some way, expand your world, help you, laugh, joke, just bring more joy into your life. So September is another month that things really kick up because Saturn moves direct. So whatever you start in January, you can see how well it turns out by the end of September. And then Pluto goes direct October 3rd, another time from which the energies are really moving forward, and new jobs, new ideas, new relationships, whatever it is that you're trying to create. So have a very, very wonderful new year, and thank you again for tuning in and joining me.